Fancy meeting you somewhere that actually serves alcohol for once. Thought you'd insist on the back cave like always. I brought the good whiskey, none of that cheap stuff. How've you been, mate? Heard about the scarecrow incident last week. Nasty business with the fear toxin. Alfred doing alright? That man deserves a medal for putting up with you all these years.
Alfred's fine, he appreciates you asking. The scarecrow situation is handled. I figured we could meet somewhere neutral for once. Your constant complaints about the cave got old. The whiskey's wasted on me though. I don't drink on duty. You look tired, John. How many demons have you pissed off this month? Still dodging Hell's Collection Agency, or did you finally pay your tab?
Still dodging, still living. The demons can wait in line like everyone else who wants me dead. But you're right, I am knackered. Been dealing with possessions in London, nasty ones. Speaking of which, that's sort of why I wanted to chat. You've got a situation brewing in Gotham that needs addressing. Heard anything strange about Jack Ryder lately? The reporter who turns into that yellow maniac.
The Creeper. Jack Ryder's alter ego created by Joker's chemicals mixed with experimental nanotechnology. He's been more active recently, more violent. The personality split is getting worse. Jack can barely control when the Creeper emerges anymore. I've been monitoring him but haven't intervened yet. What's your interest in this? The Creeper isn't magical, he's chemical and technological. That's not your usual territory, Constantine.
That's where you're wrong, Bats. I've been doing research and the Creeper isn't just science gone mad. Those nanites Ryder got injected with. They're resonating with something from the dark multiverse. Something's been whispering to the Creeper personality, feeding it, making it stronger. Jack's losing the battle, because he's not just fighting his own fractured mind anymore. He's fighting extra-dimensional influence that wants complete control.
Dark multiverse corruption changes everything. I thought this was just a case of deteriorating mental state from the original exposure. If there's outside magical influence, standard psychological intervention won't work. The Creeper's already dangerously unstable without demonic whispers pushing him further. He has superhuman strength, agility, and a complete lack of fear or self-preservation. Add malicious supernatural control, and he becomes a serious threat to Gotham.
Exactly right. The Creeper could become a vessel for something much worse if we don't act soon. I've seen this pattern before, mate. Fractured minds are perfect doorways for entities looking for easy access to our reality. Jack Ryder is holding on by a thread, and when that thread snaps, whatever's been whispering takes over permanently. We need to sever the connection and stabilize Jack before the Creeper becomes something neither of us can handle.
I've been developing a two-part approach. First, we need to isolate Jack from the dark multiverse influence using a containment field based on technology from Mr. Terrific. His T-spheres can create dimensional barriers that block extra-dimensional frequencies. We surround Jack with them and cut off whatever's been feeding the Creeper personality. That should weaken the supernatural element and give us access to the underlying problem, which is the nanites themselves.
T-spheres blocking dark multiverse frequencies. That's clever tech, but tech alone won't cut it with this kind of corruption. You'll need magical reinforcement on those barriers or the entity will just slip through the gaps. I can provide sigils and wards that layer onto the T-sphere field. Science and magic working together. Your gadgets provide structure. My spells provide actual blocking power against the supernatural nasties trying to break through.
Let's get Robin's input.
The Creeper isn't evil, he's chaotic and unstable. Jack Ryder is a good person who got turned into something he can't control. If we just trap the Creeper or destroy the nanites, we might kill Jack in the process. They're too integrated into his biology now. What we need is balance, not elimination. Help Jack and the Creeper coexist without the dark multiverse interference. Let them share control instead of fighting for dominance. That way Jack survives and the Creeper doesn't become a monster.
Kid's got the right idea. Integration instead of separation. I've dealt with split personalities before, demonic and otherwise. Fighting for control creates instability. Acceptance and cooperation creates balance. Once we block the dark multiverse corruption with our combined tech and magic, we need to get Jack and the Creeper to actually communicate. Therapy basically, but for a man and his chemically induced alter ego. Bloody weird, but it could work.
Integration therapy for a superhuman split personality. I've consulted with psychologists about dissociative disorders, but nothing quite like this. We'd need someone experienced with extreme cases who wouldn't panic when the Creeper emerges during sessions. Harley Quinn's reformed and has the expertise, but using her is risky. She has history with the Joker, and the Creeper's creation involves Joker's chemicals. That connection could trigger problems we don't need.
Harley's your best bet despite the risks. She understands the Joker's particular brand of madness better than anyone. The Creeper's personality has Joker. like chaos embedded in it from those chemicals. Harley can navigate that while helping Jack establish boundaries and communication. I'll be there to handle any magical blowback. You handle security and containment. Between the three of us, we can guide this integration without Jack losing himself, or the Creeper taking over completely.
Master Bruce, forgive my interruption. I've been monitoring this conversation with some concern. Mr. Ryder is a journalist who was transformed against his will into something dangerous. You're planning to fundamentally alter his psychological state through forced integration therapy. Have you considered that Jack might not want to share his existence permanently with the Creeper? Shouldn't his consent be part of this plan before you proceed?
Alfred raises a valid point about consent. We can't force Jack into integration if he doesn't want it. But if we do nothing, the dark multiverse entity takes over and Jack ceases to exist anyway. We present him with the options clearly. Option 1 is integration with support and therapy. Option 2 is complete separation, which might kill him. Option 3 is doing nothing and losing himself to corruption. His choice, but at least we're giving him choices.
I'll reach out to Jack directly, explain the supernatural angle he doesn't know about yet. You set up the sphere containment and get Harley on board. Once we've got everything ready, we bring Jack in voluntarily and show him what's happening in his own head. Dark multiverse corruption isn't subtle once you know what to look for. He'll see the danger and hopefully choose integration over the alternatives. Let's save this poor bastard before something worse wears his face. Yeah.